can tell I haven't played this game before because I keep failing this challenge. I failed it twice in the previous video. It is a very long challenge, even when you skip all the dialogue. It does take like 5 minutes to get through this entire thing. So the premise is this cloud spirit is giving me a test. Testing my kingliness. Testing my kingliness. And these are different moments in King Graham's life. So first he was a small child playing with his friend. They're just playing ball. This scene must have taken forever to animate. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I would be able to do that. Yeah.
Uh-oh, that sounds like the king now.
So I think the correct answer here is the last one, which is take all the blame. Take all the blame.
With King Edward.
Yeah, here it is. I wish these were a bit more descriptive, because the second one means run away, run away. And the last one means take all the blame upon yourself. And, you know, you can kind of get that from the responses, but I still wish they'd be a bit more descriptive.
Behold.
So now we have the second test, and this is very grim. There's a dragon that's destroyed the entire kingdom because of this villain, whoever this villain is.
A charming view.
The father, that's right. That's what this villain calls himself.
You prefer to use...
Okay, so I'm told the correct answer is severing the lifeline.
To give you my crown would signify a change of leadership, so says the law of this land. It also says that the crown is to be worn only by those with the highest regard and intent for Daventry. So, to give it to such a vile being as you would betray the honor and memory of all the past kings who have worn it. No, I will not do it.
Not even for the sake of your family?
There are some principles for which even one's family must be sacrificed.
The man appraises you as a scientist would a unique specimen.
What an intriguing set of morals you have, King Graham. I almost look forward to the time when you will put aside your obligations here and seek me out. I have foreseen that we shall meet again.
Huh. Alright, so apparently that was the correct answer. That's weird. That's weird. One of the other options was,
how do you feel?
I am deeply honored, sire.
Refuse to go along with it. And that feels like that is like active defiance. That was the final.
You smile.
That was the final option you had. It was active defiance, and it feels like just there that sever the lifeline is also an active defiance.
Order can shine from even the most impoverished of souls. Nobility is defined through one's actions, not one's lineage, Your Majesty.
This guy seems like a creep, so I'm gonna say no. Let's not make him the next king. This is the third challenge. I really do think these are references to other games in the King's Quest series, and if I played the other games in the King's Quest series, I would understand the references, and this would make sense, but obviously, what is the madness of King Graham? That looks new. That looks very new. I'm gonna go with not tonight, though.
I have carefully thought over the matter put before me. It is true that I no longer have a residing heir to carry on in my place. However, I cannot place the future of this kingdom in the hands of one who, while possessing great skills, courage, and virtues, may not be able to serve her with singular devotion. Go back to your village, Connor.
You've just been fired.
Despite his gracious acceptance, you sense that Connor has been dealt a rather severe moral blow.
Yeah, he definitely feels like that's his village and origin story, whoever Connor is. Alright, let's see if those were
In an instant,
good.
you find yourself standing before the cloud spirit once more. You also notice that it is starting to get dark.
You have demonstrated some understanding of compassion, honor, and loyalty. These attributes transcend the mind and speak of the soul within you. Growth continues unabated throughout the lives of all living things. While you still have much to learn, you will continue to grow in all ways. You are judged worthy of the Heir and Growth Gem.
Hooray! We did it! Alright, so we got the second gem.
You take the growth gem. As you feel the knowledge of the last test fade from your mind, the cloud beneath your feet begins to evaporate. You'd better get out of here quickly, Graham.
Oh, jeez. Grab the horse, right? I hope this isn't a death scene. You could help out, horse. Talking horse. Could help out. Instead of just letting me fall to my death.
Finally, your flight comes to an end. You hope that it will be quite a while before you take to the air again.
Alright, so I'm just gonna land outside
Where
of
would you
town.
like me to land?
On the ground would be fine.
Take this sugar cube. It will protect against the poisonous growth of this land.
Poisonous?
Fare thee well.
What poisonous growth? What is this? And now it's nighttime. It looks like we can't go to town. Well, does anybody remember
As
what the
dusk
third
sets
gem
in and the
is?
pallid moon rises above the darkened horizon, you recall the Door of Destiny's words regarding the third gem, through swampy mire, in lone dark castle. Then you remember the great Neptune's disquiet reluctance to speak of Kolyma's lord. You sense a growing unease that this final gem may not be the easiest to acquire.
So I have to go through the swamp. That's the church, right? Is the church finally open? I saw, like, monster eyes. I'm guessing the church
Finding
is
the door
open.
unlocked and unbarred, you enter the church.
Excellent. Okay, what do we have here? We have, this guy.
The monk is dressed in a simple ankle-length robe. A belt of thick leather is tied around his ample waist. He wears worn sandals. The symbol of the faith is displayed prominently in the church.
All right.
Candles burn solemnly in the dead of night.
What is this?
A hideous statue of a grinning fiend forms an archway leading to the church's outdoor cemetery.
Ooh, I don't like that.
You find it odd that the windows have been boarded up from the outside. The church must be very dark, even in broad daylight.
Yeah. What's this? I'm trying to look up here.
The image of the radiant full moon floods into the church, spilling a circular white light over the floor. Columns of pews line both sides of the church. You notice a Bible has been left at the end of one of the rows.
Right?
A stone cherub is positioned near the archway. The Church of Kolyma is where its citizens come to pray, confess their sins, and offer a penance, usually in the form of a coin.
Okay, so it looks like we can take this, I'm sure.
You look over the Bible, which appears to be many decades old. You open it and find that an otherwise blank page at the front has been written on. It is dated over 20 years ago.
To all those who have heard the word, we are a chosen few, blessed by spirits of the wild, simple people of Kolyma. A path has been found. Let him. I don't know what this means. Wolf. Okay, this has got to be a puzzle.
You return the Bible to where you found it. You also notice that a page from the Bible has fallen onto the floor. The church has nothing to give you, save for spiritual guidance, should you require any.
I'm taking the page.
You pick up the fallen page and read it. The words appear to have been written recently.
Not another
Spiders
riddle.
earnest with spindly 8, spin webs with negligible weight.
What? What? Spiders...
You read the Bible. Spiders earnest with spindly 8, spin webs with negligible weight.
So spider webs, spider webs. Okay, let's go to the next room. Oh, it's a graveyard. I want to talk to the monk first, though. Better save my game in case this is death.
The monk is in deep prayer and does not respond to your words.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Let's just go outside. Oh man, lots of stuff to look at here. Mostly graves.
Lester Williamson, 1300 to 1345. Here lies a man who feared all bugs, too scared to even lift his rugs. For if he had, he would have found insects that make little sound, with bites so deadly for their size that surely did cause his demise.
Oh dear. We've got long poems.
Rarlop Neven, 985 to 1015.
Oh boy.
Rebecca Twintle, 1250 to 1273. In that usual dairy...
Okay, so this sort of reminds me of the graveyard in the Haunted Mansion, as well as the graveyard in the Page Master, which also has like similar joke headstones with poems.
It is likely that only the most devout believers have been buried.
What is this?
It is likely that
A mausoleum. Okay.
you have about as much an inkling to enter the crypt as a fish has to walk.
Interesting.
Show some respect for the deceased, Graham. You don't think random poking around will help you here. Care to dance with the stone demon?
Maybe. Like, I don't know what's...
It doesn't...
I don't know what we're supposed to do in this
You've
area.
never been terribly fond of... The trees stretch their feet. This is the church cemetery. Given how many souls...
Well, it's this grave.
Larman Odnarb, 1175 to 1200. Lyot O'Malif, 1200 to 1256. Bridget O. Troublewater.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of this area
Faith
is.
Sin.
I
This
can't-
is the church.
I can't see any items that are useful.
It is likely.
And now I have no idea what to do next. Yeah, I was like, okay. Okay, got into the church. Oh, okay, I'm seeing what I'm supposed to do is go next to the monk. I guess maybe just click, yeah, use next to the monk.
Feeling humbled, you kneel down to pray. You rise again after a few moments. The monk stirs, stands, and turns to face you.
So I wouldn't have solved that puzzle on my own.
Father, I go now to a place of darkness. While I am stout of heart, the path laid down before me is unclear. I seek only the knowledge that my passage be illuminated by heavenly favor, and a prayer that I may make it through.
The monk gives you a reassuring smile and pats you on the shoulder. He then lifts a silver cross from around his neck and places it in your hands.
Thank you.
You are welcome, my child.
You can talk?
Of course.
I thought monks were forbidden from speaking.
Why?
Not all churches follow the same rules, and this church is quite unique.
Really? How so?
The monk just smiles placidly at you.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, let's just leave. I probably should have... Nah, I don't know if I should have tried talking to him or not.
Trees seemingly
Guess I could try talking to him some more. But we got the item we want from him, so puzzle solved. Let's go to town.
Without warning, a pair of wolves dart out of the dark forest and dash towards you.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
For a minute there, you thought those wolves were going to attack. Curious as to why they didn't, you decide to follow them.
No, don't follow the dangerous wolves. What?
You see the monk standing alone outside the church. Then you notice the two wolves approaching him. You are about to yell a warning to the monk, but the words die in your throat as the man steps forward and pats the wolves' heads.
No, my brothers, we must not hurt him. Not yet. He will go to the heathen's abode. He will do what needs to be done. What if he does not? Then, my brothers, we will complete the task before us, the one we began many years ago.
Yeah, I don't like this. At all. Oh gosh! What? So the monk is a werewolf. Is that it?
You quickly move away from the church, your heart racing faster with every step. You have a good idea now what will happen once the moon comes out in full, and you do not want to be anywhere near here when it does.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Okay, yeah, that was...
One thing's for sure. You're not getting married in that church.
Probably a good idea. That's a decent joke. Okay, so let's leave to town, then. Let's see. Oh, man. It's so dark. Everything's dark. Oh, no!
The gates to town have been shut for the night. The gates to town have been...
Let me in.
It is likely that this haystack... The gates... Repressing the urge to... Little town. It's a quiet village. Every day like the one before.
Quoting Beauty and the Beast.
Little town.
Okay.
The haystack, or rather, who...
Okay, looks like we don't go to town. Fine. Oh gosh, then I have no idea what to do. Let's see, I can't go to the left here. Let's just explore the other places that are closed off to us. Maybe they're open now that it's nighttime. So the church was one of them. Other one was Grandma's house, I think. Oh, I don't like those evil eyes. Dwarf's house and Grandma's house, I thought. There. Yeah, here we go. This is it.
What is this? There's a door built into the trunk.
The dwarf will kill you. There is a game over sequence with the dwarf, so I assume it's going to kill us again here if we're not careful.
You rap on the treehouse. It isn't opened. It would not make a... How ingenious. A chimney protrudes from the trunk of the tree.
So clearly somebody's there. Yeah.
You rap on the treehouse door and wait a moment, but get no response.
Okay. Well, that's... Like, can I use an item on the door, maybe? Mallet?
There is no reason...
Fine, fine. I imagine that's part of the puzzle, is figuring out a way to get inside the door. Alright, Grandma's house then. Here.
You can see light in the window.
Yeah, somebody's been home this whole time.
You
I
consider...
know. Do I knock on the door to get inside? What am I doing?
Oh, sir, have you seen my little granddaughter? She ventured to the town to buy food for me, but has not yet returned. I fear she may be in peril. The forest is not safe at night.
Okay, so we met Grandma. Oh, and that was fast. Oh, okay. Wow.